Hello everyone. Here it's Ondrej again, me, developer relations leader at Kontent, and there you have another Ondrej, the developer evangelist in Content by Kentico. And hey, and in this update, we'll basically summarize what we have done during past month and what we are planning to do this month, which is June, I believe, right?
Exciting month ahead of us, yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, let's start with the content that has been released about Content by Kentico. Can you share that?
The first one, most interesting one, is an article by Andy Thompson from the digital agency called Luminary in Australia. He talks about what the composable DXP is. Now, that's a big buzzword these days, and every vendor claims that their solution is a composable DXP. So Andy, he's a CTO, so from his experience, he shares what the composable DXP really is. He shows some examples of how it may be beneficial for your organization and whether your organization is actually a really good fit for a composable DXP. So a very nice read. I would definitely recommend that.
Yeah, and I guess luminary.com has been redesigned and released like at the beginning of June, right?
I think today or yesterday.
Yeah. Let's see when we release the video.
Yeah.
All right, and how about the meetups?
The Tech Meetup, I'm actually wearing a swag from the meetup. Tech Meetup was here in May. The last version was about CSS frameworks, Tailwind, Bootstrap, Foundation. I never heard of Foundation, so
me neither.
Cool stuff. Vanilla CSS, really nice talks. I think 4 speakers, very interesting talks. It's available on YouTube, so everyone can join. And definitely, if you want, subscribe so you can get this cool swag from Milesh.
Yeah, and I guess the best channel for subscription is the LinkedIn, from my point of view, because Elish is always posting about the upcoming EM Tech Meetups, so I guess that would be the best channel for that, right?
It's always a LinkedIn event, so yeah, definitely. Next item on the list is a crash course into TypeScript for content from headless CMS. Very long title for one single workshop. It's happening this week on React Summit, but there will definitely be a recording. So if you're into TypeScript, securing your React components, simplifying your code base, and TypeScripting everything, then that's definitely something to look out for. And speaking of React Summit, we're going to be there live on June 17th in Amsterdam. We're going to bring our wheel with us. We're going to bring some swag. So if you want to have some nice discussions, learn what's new in React, then join us on 17th in Amsterdam or 21st via internet remote.
Yeah, definitely stop by at our booth. We'll definitely be there, and we are more than happy to talk to you. All right.
Cool. And that's the content update. So what's new in code? What have you guys been working on?
Since you mentioned the TypeScript, I already mentioned in last video, I guess, the sneak peek to the React sample app. Mm-hmm. So we already have it finished. So our React sample app is now written in TypeScript. It's using the last template of Create React App, which is one of the most famous, let's say the simplest one. So we wanted to use it as the boilerplate. You can see how you can use the model generator to generate the TypeScript definition. Then you can see the mapping of the content type, basically the model, and the component of the React. We also have a showcase where you don't use the models themselves. You have some view models that are wrapping up the models themselves and create, let's say, another layer in between the DTO and the view in form of the React component. There is a simple data fetching being used, the really simple use effect and storing the data in state, because we know there are many ways how you can store state. You can do it the most core way to use context. You can use the React Flux or whatever state management you are used to. So we didn't want to choose one to basically benefit it. So we went the, let's say, most simple way. To showcase it's possible, and if you want to use your state management, you can do how you want. And there is also a localization showcase where you can choose for some parts of your application to choose JSON as the store of your resource strings. For example, if you have a label for your button, you don't want in some cases you don't want to have it stored in headless CMS. And the second part is about headless CMS and store the data in there.
That's very cool, because we actually on our own project we stored in the past every single string, every single thing in the CMS, and it wasn't a very good idea, to be honest, from a maintenance point of view. So that sounds really good.
If it's a single piece of content or a single piece of label you are using only on one side or one application, I think it's good to have it right in the application, because it's much more maintainable.
Right.
And also we have a localization using language prefixes with the CO practices, like redirecting to the 404 and these kind of things. Everything is in an application. We don't have the readmes and the description yet, so if you want to explore it, just go to the GitHub and just look through the code. It's not that hard. You can even generate your own project and play with the application yourself.
Yeah, I think that's fine, and I think that the model generator was also updated, that it now gives you the taxonomy terms and other things. Very great improvement. We use it all the time on our project, because it really helps, with filtering and everything. So having this in code really helps us with the implementation.
Definitely. Yeah, so that's one thing from coding. The second one is the integration with Memsource. If you haven't heard about it, the Memsource is a translation service. We are currently a partner with the Memsource itself. And if you're interested in how to set up the translation process with Memsource, there is a webinar held in 28th of June 2022. So feel free to register and see the outcome.
Yeah, we'll share the link down in the description, so you don't have to remember it.
The last small thing, but I think it's pretty usable, is the Kontent CLI improvement. So now with our Kontent CLI, you can basically run the range of migrations, because before you were able to run just one migration, all of them. If you found a bug in the middle of the migrations, it was super hard to run, 40 or 50 migrations one by one, then store your snapshot of your project and then debug it a couple of times with the restoration, So now you can just run, first 20, make a snapshot, and you don't need to run it one by one. So
this is also cool, because some of the migrations can take quite some time.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait 20 minutes to see a bug appear. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can have the migration scripts from, let's say, multiple models, and your model in the different projects can be on the different level of the upgrade. So then you can just run, some range of the migrations to upgrade it to the new content model.
Yeah, sounds good. And all of that you can commit to GitHub.
Yeah.
Or to Git, not to be Microsoft specific, and have it there. This is really cool, especially if you have multiple developers working on the same project. They can, always know what's going on in the project. And I think there are some other improvements or things to discuss regarding the management API, right?
Yeah, we have been thinking how to, let's say, make the management API more coherent and showcase the practices. And it happens during the last year, we have all our examples and showcases and best practices based on Management API v2. So the REST Management API v1 is about to be deprecated because every single endpoint which is in v1 is available in v2 and much more. So we don't really see the way how you would use the v1 in combination with v2 if you can just use v2. So we are planning to deprecate the Management API version 1 in the 1st of July. If you're subscribed to the Breaking Change newsletter or you are a developer in the content, you will definitely get the announcement via an intercom or email. And it will be deprecation period. It will be probably ending by the end of the year. And then we will deprecate the Management API with the substitution of Management API v2.
Yeah, I think that's fine because now we have SDKs for the major platforms that uses the SDK version 2. And if there's someone who still uses the v1 and you need some help going to v2, join our Discord and ask the developers there. There are many developers that went through the same migration, so they will be hopefully happy to help you.
Yeah, and we already put together the migration guide so that you know what methods you need to use from v2, like the mapping from 1 to 1.
Now, before we get to the contest, what about some sneak peeks into the next update? What are you guys going to be working on during June?
Yeah, we already started a couple of new initiatives. The first one is integration with Builder.io. If you're not familiar with that, it's basically a visual builder that you can compose your website or pages.
Cool.
And now you will be able to fetch the data from content.
Okay.
So the integration is being ready. It's already reviewed and merged. And now we are in the process of publishing it on the Builder.io application. So you will be able to test it out. So the second one is...
I have a feeling it's going to be Jamstack connected.
Yeah, it's definitely Jamstack connected. The first one is Gatsby Home Starters.
Okay.
This new feature from Gatsby, or the new showcases of Gatsby, are currently being implemented for many platforms. So we joined the initiative. It's basically a combination of Gatsby theme, Gatsby template, and Gatsby starter. You basically put all these three together, and then you can incorporate the components that have been there mounted directly to our content types. So you have specific content type to some React components. So you can then play with that and make some, let's say, page builder or some allow some marketers to build the page from the components you have there. So we are currently in the process of implementation. And the last thing, which is not really well defined, we are trying to dig into the .NET static site generator to improve the way how it works with content altogether, because we find some limits, especially with the previews and incremental builds. So we are trying to find the ways how to incorporate the static into the whole content environment and make it easy to use, and then state some best practices about it.
Right. Yeah, I haven't heard for a long time anything new about static, so it'd be nice to kind of get back into .NET a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that, actually, to the incremental builds. And that takes us to the contest. Now, we've had a very new Wheel of Fortune delivered. And apart from us bringing it to conferences, we've also decided to use it for this opportunity. Of course, there's only Brian and Nilesh on the items. That's because those were the only ones who told us who they love about content. What do they like the most? So I guess we're gonna try and pick two winners out of Brian and Nilesh. There's Ondrej ones because we wanted to keep the chances 50-50.
Yeah.
So I'll let you, Ondrej, do the honors. So let's try it first time.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Go ahead. That's Ondrej.
So
now I think you staged that.
All right. I will try it once again.
Okay.
I have been testing it for half an hour. So let's see.
Okay. The first package goes to Nilesh. So this hoodie that Ondrej is wearing, you're gonna get that exact one. I hope that the size is gonna match.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, let's do next time, and you have to pick Brian because we're not sending two packages to Nilesh.
Yeah, I have been testing it, so it has to be Brian.
Perfect, nice.
I did it.
Okay, so we've had the Wheel of Fortune here for 30 minutes, and Ondrej already knows how to fake the results. So that's a bit disturbing, but the next package goes to Brian. So congratulations, guys. And the next contest, we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do, but probably next time. And I'm thinking about including everyone who's on our Discord. So if you're not on our Discord yet, make sure to join. I'll share the link down, so you don't have to, copy it from my mouth. So that's all from the update. It was great to see you all again, and we'll see you again in a month.
Yeah, and hopefully see you at Reactive Conf.
At React Summit.
React Summit
in Amsterdam in person. Yeah, of course. See you there.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.